You're outgrowing an old environment that was kind of keeping you in this energy of influence. It kind of seems like you're moving into something now where you're making more decisions based on what you want for yourself and not really worrying so much about how it affects the people around you or how you aren't matching up to expectations because of the pathways you've decided to choose. What you're in right now is being represented in the Ten of Pentacles, and I think that for a lot of you it's going to be a 10-year cycle. There really is this energy of this long, slow lesson, this like really critical self-development that has come from years and years of learning how to take care of yourself better and like applying new processes to the way you think and feel about things. There is a really specific energy of somebody who really is taking care of their thought processes and really taking care of their own personal energy. And it seems like you really come into a place of not allowing other people to project like this harsh expectation, this harsh influence onto the choices that you're making for yourself. There really is this energy of like the energy is clearing, but it definitely is energy from another person. There's a specific person being mentioned who may treat you, they may be treating you poorly on the basis of how they view you, and it seems like they do view you in a very high light, and it seems like when they go to compare themselves to you, they definitely view you as being better than them in some sort of way that they've ordained it within themselves. But it doesn't feel like a shallow energy of like envy or jealousy. It seems like this person genuinely does view you as being more adept or more competent at dealing with whatever situation the two of you are working on right now. And it kind of seems like because of that, they're putting a lot of energy of burden and responsibility onto you. It may be that you kind of cover for this person or this community in a lot of different ways. Maybe you're somebody who is reliable, so it tends to fall on you to step up to certain things, but it also has the energy of like, somebody who's always in a crisis, somebody who always needs you to calm them down, somebody who's always needing somebody to like pacify them in some way. Like it's like it's a lot of energy of you being the one who has to be responsible for everybody's emotions in the room. And it feels like you're kind of in a place to where it's not necessarily an issue of like not wanting to help other people or not wanting to see these people thrive and have like love shown to them. It's just that you don't really have that to give. And ultimately, the burden and the responsibility, it belongs to that person. So when you're constantly solving it for them, they're never learning how to do it themselves. They're always just waiting for you to come back and do it for them. And it seems like they don't really care so much that continues to happen, because it seems like they feel almost entitled to not necessarily your energy, but to somebody's energy. It feels like in their mind it's just, well, I need this, because again, they're constantly in a crisis, so they're just reaching out for whatever they can get, and it's just, a constant cycle. But it's being broken now, and it seems like you're really coming into this energy of like, it's like a pioneer energy. It seems like you're like forging this new pathway for yourself on mindsets that you've never had before, and without examples of adults or like responsible people who have done it before to base that off of. It seems like regardless of your age, it doesn't seem like you've ever had anybody in your life personally come in and fill this like role or like do this in front of you so that you can see how it's done. But it seems like you're coming into this energy now where you like I don't know if it's like you've put a plan into place over a long time, or if it's like a sudden like enlightenment moment, but it seems like you are coming into this place now where you are understanding how to make that plan in a way that you couldn't possibly have before. And you, like, you're showing up in this Hierophant reverse energy. I think that you're really coming into a place of, like, questioning established procedures that have been set by the people before, like, before you, and also questioning the reasons why they did things the way they did things. And I think, like, there's also this energy of coming into the understanding that even if you are modeling yourself off of people, like past examples that you've had of people who have, like, broken free of something, who have built a new life for themselves, it seems like those people lived in a different world. So it could be the case that, like, you had, like, a grandparent who really did things in a way that you liked and it really worked out well for them, but that world just doesn't exist anymore. So those methods and those practices couldn't really be applied to your life and your situation the same way. But it seems like now you're coming into this place where you're taking these old established methodologies and you are refining them into something new that does work for the world that you live in. And it doesn't seem like this has been easy for you, to be honest. It seems like you've had to put a lot of, like, really hard work in. And it seems like up until now, you haven't really seen the results of that quite as fully. But, like, the reason that you've been able to carry through without that, like, example and, like, put all that work in without seeing that progress right away is because you've come into this place of faith within yourself. Like, you understand that the garden will grow. You know that you can do it. It's just a matter of when you can get it done. And I feel like for a long time you've been getting up and just putting in everything that you can on the understanding that if I keep getting up and trying, eventually I, like, won't miss. Eventually it has to go through, right? And I feel like now it's having to come through, and it seems like you're getting a lot of clarity now on how that, like, stagnant period, well, it felt like a stagnant period while it was going on, but now that it's over, you're understanding where you were just being held to look at something. I feel like there's a very, like, specifically, especially from watching the people around you, because, again, there's this energy of the people around you, like, being in a lot of crisis, having a lot of things come up. And I feel like with the boundary being put in place of, like, you redirecting your attention back to yourself and your energy back to yourself, and to do that you unfortunately did have to take it away from these people, but I feel like watching them deal with their own problems has taught you a lot. I feel like as soon as you figured out, hey, the problem is that I'm putting too much of myself in, and you lessened that or stopped, or however, like, to what extent you were able to do at the time, I feel like it really brought you into this place of immediately, like, oh, now I'm seeing the pattern. Now I'm seeing the pieces fit together a little bit better. It does feel like there's a lot of energy of clarity that has come through for you recently, and I think it's come in on the basis of you've done your own work and you've stopped trying to make things work that haven't been working. It's like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. You're not doing that anymore. You're doing different things to get different results. You're understanding that you can't show up to the same thought processes and the same cycles and expect different things to come of it. And it does seem like you are starting to experience a lot of change coming through in that sense as well. And I'm very happy for you. And I'm very proud of you for reclaiming your own energy. And thank you, as always, for letting me read your cards.